The US immigration process is already tough enough, right? But on top of all that, you have to worry about criminals who are out there trying to take advantage of you. And we're not just talking about stealing your money. These scams can literally get you kicked out of the country for good. So today, we're pulling back the curtain on the top 5 immigration scams you absolutely have to know about. Take a look at this number, $797 million. That is a staggering amount of money. And according to the FBI, that's how much was lost to government impersonation scams in just 1 year. This isn't just some small-time operation. It's a massive criminal industry, and the damage it leaves behind is just devastating. So, here's the big question for you. Would you be able to see the warning signs before it's too late? I mean, when you're scared, when you feel that pressure mounting, could you spot the red flags? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do right now. We're going to give you the tools you need to do just that. Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with those really aggressive phone scams, and then we'll get into the dangerous notario trap. After that, we'll talk about the scams that play on your hopes, fake jobs, lottery wins, and then we'll cover the really heartbreaking stuff, marriage and romance fraud. And don't worry, we're going to wrap it all up with a simple checklist to keep you safe. All right, first up is the most common and honestly the most terrifying tactic out there: government impersonation. This is when a scammer calls you up pretending to be from USCIS or even the police, and they are masters at creating instant panic. And this is how they get you. It all starts with a phone call, and here's the scary part. The number on your caller ID looks real because they use special software to spoof it. They'll make up some problem, a mistake in your paperwork, a security threat, and then they drop the bomb. There's a warrant out for your arrest. The entire goal here is to make you panic so you can't think straight. And a financial hit, it can be absolutely brutal. As you can see, people can lose thousands of dollars, sometimes up to $10,000, all in a single afternoon. It happens because that fear of being arrested feels so incredibly real. So, how do you know it's a lie? You've got to look for the red flags. They rush you, they threaten you with arrest. But the single biggest giveaway, the one thing you need to remember, is how they ask for the money. If anyone claiming to be from the government tells you to pay with Apple gift cards, Zelle, or Bitcoin, it is a 100% guaranteed scam. Hang up the phone immediately. So phone scams use pure fear tactics, right? But this next scam, it's a lot more clever. It works by exploiting a really simple but very dangerous confusion over one little word: notario. You see, in many countries in Latin America, a notario is a big deal. They're a highly trained legal professional, basically on the same level as a top attorney. They can give you legal advice, they can represent you. It's a position of real respect and authority. But here in the United States, it's a completely different story. A notary public has a very, very limited job. All they can do is watch you sign a document and stamp it to prove it was you. That's it. They have zero legal training and are absolutely forbidden from giving any legal advice. And this is the trap. Scammers in the US call themselves a notario because they know that many immigrants will assume they're hiring a real lawyer. But what's really happening is you're paying someone who isn't licensed to practice law illegally, and that mistake can have catastrophic consequences. The cost isn't just the thousands of dollars you'll pay them. No. The real danger is what they do with your case. They'll often file the wrong forms or even fraudulent applications just to get you a work permit quickly. And when immigration finds out, and trust me, they will find out, your application gets labeled frivolous. And that means you get a permanent lifetime ban from the United States. The money's gone, and so is your future in this country. Okay, this next group of scams, they target one of our most powerful emotions: hope. Scammers dangle the promise of a dream job or a huge lottery win, but really, it's all just a trick to get into your bank account. And let me tell you, job scams are exploding. Thanks to the boom in remote work, the money lost to these scams has shot up by 500% in just a few years. We're talking over $500 million a year now. It's just become so easy for criminals to post fake jobs online and trick people from all over the world. So here's what you need to look out for. With job scams, if a company asks you to pay for things like labor certification or your visa fees, that's a huge red flag because it's actually illegal. A real employer covers those costs. And for the visa lottery, the scam is always an email saying you've won, but you just need to pay a small processing fee. Here's the crucial thing to remember. The official diversity visa lottery is 100% free to enter, and the government will never ever email winners to ask for money. Now we need to talk about the scams that are not only financially devastating, but emotionally destructive too. These are the ones that revolve around marriage and romance, where criminals use love as a weapon to get money and a green card. So you basically see two kinds of this scam. First, you have the so-called marriage brokers. These guys will set up a fake marriage for a fee, and that fee can be as high as $30,000. Then you have the classic romance scams, where someone pretends to be in love with you online just to trick you into sending them money. Sometimes they'll drain a person's entire life savings. And the legal penalties for this stuff are no joke. We're talking up to 5 years in federal prison and fines in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the final consequence? It's permanent. For the immigrant who gets caught in a fake marriage, it means a lifetime ban from the U.S. for fraud. And for the U.S. citizen who helped them, it means a federal criminal record that will follow them for the rest of their life. The risk is just not worth it. Okay, I know we've gone over a lot of really scary stuff, but knowledge is power, right? So let's take everything we've just learned and boil it down into a simple, easy-to-use checklist that you can use to protect yourself and the people you care about. Here is your 4-step fraud check. Number 1, verify the payment method. Remember, the government doesn't take gift cards, period. Number 2, verify the offer. Real opportunities don't make you pay for them. Number 3, verify your lawyer. Never, ever trust a notario for legal help in the U.S. And finally, number 4, and this is the most important one, verify the pressure. If you feel rushed or panicked, that is the number 1 sign of a scam. It's your signal to stop, hang up the phone, and get some help. So we've laid it all out, the scams, the tricks, the red flags. The last question I have isn't for me, it's for you. I want you to think about your friends, your family, your community. Who do you know that might be vulnerable? Who needs to know this information? Because sharing this knowledge is the single most powerful thing we can do to fight back.